I've done a lot of these videos about what would happen if Gary Bettman would pick a city. And I just thought about what would happen to the Golden Seals. What would he do if he just added another team in California? Oh well, again, let's have some fun. Let's talk about it. This is what we get to talk about. Another one of those crazy things of an area, a city, a team that what if Gary Bettman would absolutely have a cattle prod up his, you know what, and say, hey, let's just expand to 34, 36, 38, and 40 and see what would happen. Well, I've done a handful of cities. Some of them's got some cool stuff on the wonderful world of the interweb, and well, I might as well do something. I was thinking of another city, I don't know off the top of my head, and then I completely forgot about the California Golden Seals when they were one of the expansion teams in 1967, and then they like fizzled out and had to move another way and merge and whatever. But I completely forgot the Golden Seals. So why don't we just throw a little bit and let's just toss the old puck around and think what would happen. Now, this I know can happen, any other time. It's a subscribe button. Definitely hit that if you want to be alerted for anything new that comes across. So we're doing a lot of different stuff. Like we're doing NHL tier lists, jersey tier lists, and here we're doing this. We're doing NHL expansion to whatever. What would just happen of a city that you like or a city that we know that doesn't have NHL? What would just happen if they did? Well, of all things, like we obviously know deep down, if you are a Jersey and an NHL historian or whatever, you remember the California Golden Seals. Now they were so famous for their jerseys, just the plain jersey, the green and the gold. They were so famous that they didn't technically even they technically did not last that long. I even have the thing for the NHL uniform database, and I can't even. Oh yeah, it was right here. This is a 1970 to 73, and this is what they end up having. And I remember they also had a couple of these concepts as well. If you remember, we'll just jump right in. Remember these concepts that they did? I mean, it wasn't concepts. It was 67 to 69. They did something like this with the actual seal in the middle, the big stripes on the bottom, and matches the R's. This is real close to a Vancouver-esque, but it was the offset. Almost, it's really, really close to forest green, olive green, real close, and they kind of like added a little bit of the. They fixed up the stripes a little bit and added the round shoulders up at the top. So this was what we remembered what the California Golden Seals or the Oakland Seals or what they were, and then you got pretty much what they kind of wore and what everybody remembers them as. They were the Oakland A colors, and that's what they represented. And they played in the boy, Oracle is what it was. I mean, it was Oakland Coliseum, whatever it was. Oracle, where the Golden State Warriors have their dynasty, and then so again, go think about it. Obviously, the team moved, and the team was done in '73 just because they were not that good and all that stuff and whatever. And what was the actual thing that they did? Oakland Seals 60, it was 70. Let me just say, guys can see it for your guys can see it for yourself. First season 67, last season 75, 76. This was the team that moved to Cleveland. So this was the team that moved to Cleveland, became the Barons for 2 years, and they were done, and they morphed with the North Stars. But now we think about this. Let's just hypothetically just play with the actual. Let's just play with the actual thing. What would happen? Now we kind of know the thing. Atlanta and Houston are coming. We think probably maybe they may go to 36, maybe in 2029 or 2030. I don't know. Depends on how long we decide to live and how long Gary Bettman's going to be freaking commissioner. Would they go to 36 and even everything out? Maybe you add Quebec, maybe Kansas City, maybe a Portland, maybe a Cincinnati, a Cleveland, like all the cities we've named. I completely forgot the Golden Seals. But, throw a couple concepts. What would they do? Would they play in Oracle back in Oakland? Because Oakland has nothing. Oakland is a minor league soccer team right now. So, and I'll get to that. Let's just get that. Let's just toy and play with some concepts here. Let's take a look at some stuff that I just found, and we're going to smoke through them as best. This one right here pretty cool start. This is not a bad start. A little bit of a Reebok template here. I'm going to try my best to zoom in. So you got the same piping on the underarms. The the nameplate and the number font is actually pretty cool. You're going kind of old school ish. Remember with the logo in the front and the name and the text on the front. Remember when Tampa Bay had their white jersey with Tampa Bay above it? This is kind of in that same thing. Nashville kind of, well, I thought Nashville kind of did it, but they don't. But you're pushing the green. They're kind of pushing the green here, and you still have a little bit of that gold essence all around. This, if it was a full Reebok template, which is kind of what this is mimicking, this would score pretty hard. And it's simple enough. Socks look straight. They look fine. Gloves look fine. The helmets look fine. Look at this third jersey, though. They're adding and bringing back. This is actually, you're adding a little bit of that essence from the original jersey, the navy blue. But this boy is just loud. This screams loud, not clownish, but loud with the blue here. Everything else is not bad, but you're going really close to Nashville, really close. But this is not a bad start. I will go with this and let's just move on for this. This is not a bad start even for a Reebok template. Now, not everything is going to be like smoke, like no sunshine and rainbows, but this one is not bad either. They're going to go pretty much almost close to emerald green here. Now, remember they had a little bit of the emerald green run, but look at the logo. The logo is that that logo is really close. I wouldn't say Boston Bruins-esque with the bear, like the walking bear. This is kind of close to it. I mean, it looks like the old school Sesame Street C, and it's got golden seals on it, which is cool. Striping is basic, right? Striping is simple. The white one here is actually not bad with the green sleeves on it. Striping on the bottom is fine. The collar is straight. The collar is plain. The whole green one is just nothing but green. That is straight. The white one is actually not bad. Imagine if that white one. Imagine if that white one was actually in a Fanatics or a Prime Green. I bet you that would. I bet you that one would be really stoked. And then look at this third jersey, and it just has the text lettering. It just has the text on it. I'm not sure. I'm not. Uh you could do that for a heritage. I just don't know. I mean, the color. If you're doing a third jersey and you want to stand out, this isn't bad. I don't know about the text lettering, but like the text logo. But I would probably say, why not? Why not? Let me hold on to this. Let's just jump in. Actually, I just deleted it, but whatever. This one might be my favorite one. Check this one out. This almost looks like the Seattle Sonics type of thing that I did a while back. This one is bringing back some memories. The logo is actually fire. And you're going to continue block shoulders on all of them. You got a home, you got a white road, you have a gold third, and you're just keeping the logo. And I see what they did with, if you look real close, you look at let me see if I can zoom it in. You see the California patch, and I can't even tell what's in there. I'm looking at it, it's like straight. I'm not even gonna. I had to look at this like three or four times. This might be. Imagine if this one, and it kind of looks like it is like a little bit of a Fanatics template, and you're going to have strings in it, which is in the collar. That's fun. I have no issue with the colors on the collar. I'm going to hold on to this because this might be S tier stuff. I could be totally wrong. You can mock me all you want. And then I show this one up because I kind of have to. I'm going to be really comedic about this. First off, there's your primary logo, secondary logo, and then you got your other ones here for golden seals. I'm going to say this right now. The secondary logo is okay if you can look at it and understand it, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen a seal look that way in my life. Not a chance. Is that like a sea lion? It looks like a sea lion I don't know. Is it the same thing? I don't know. Throw a comment in, but I don't know who put this setup created by Elliot. I don't know who he is. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do fine work, but let's just move on. Here's a concept that was done. Look at this logo. You'd have to look at this real close. This is like one of the last jerseys they did, kind of updated, is straight collar, and you got this. See that C with the seal on it? That's actually not half bad looking. That's not bad. And they have those on the shoulders. It's kind of hard to see though. Nevertheless, it's not bad. And then you got the numbers inside the white of the sleeves. This is iconic to what they had in their late stages of their career when they went to the emerald green. And remember, the San Jose Sharks did a reverse retro of this one, only in white. But this actually is clean as can be. This is really, really sharp. This is actually one of the nicest ones out there. Let's find this one here. I'm going to look at my time here because I know I got a handful, but I don't want to waste anyone's time here. This one is about as straight awesome as you can get. There's not a white jersey here, but again, you're going seals on here with the strain with the plain striping on the bottom. This is kind of like the same as the other one here. This is on a Reebok template as well, but no piping on the sides except for this yellow one. And the yellow one is really close to Pittsburgh Penguin esque with the color going up, and then you got the cutoff with the gold. This one is about as simple as you can get. And I'm going to try to fire. This is kind of like the same thing here. And then they added a white one, and this white one is actually filthy. This white one is yeah, this white one is actually make this in prime green. And if California was back in the league, I would probably buy this jersey. This is not bad. The yellow one's actually not too bad either. Good job whoever made this. This was also aesthetic. So whoever did this, golf clap, nice job. Here's one more. I got like a couple more, and we're gonna shut the bar down. Look at this logo. You got a nice little seal lions, like sea lion, seal, whatever he is, and then you got a little bit of pipe striping on the top of the shoulders, and you also got the California state on the shoulder. So they don't use the state of California a lot in any of the NHL cities that they have. Not a lot. Logo is simple, striping on the bottom, simple enough as well. This is off an Adidas template as well. I'm not crazy on the logo. The C is okay, but jersey simple. And I actually did that one before, and then I'll show you this last one here. And they're actually going hardcore with the emerald green. They got the swimming seal that looks like a C. This one is actually not bad either. Look, if you actually look close enough, this is another aesthetics submission. Boy, this is really close to what they had back. What that is, what the original was, really close to what they had. They just update everything. They're adding the California state. Number font is a little bit standout, but they're adding the logo in the middle. That's a weird seal logo, but it makes a C. I don't know if it'd be marketable. And you got the California state on the pants. That's actually really different. I really like the look of this one. So there's a handful of nice ones here that come out. And I don't know, to be quite honest with you, I saved this one. I saved this one for that, and it was this one. This one might be my favorite. I mean, I don't know if that logo is deep. I really like it. And then you use the California thing on the side. This one might be my favorite. I mean, there's a handful of others that did really, really well. Um, it's just so much of what you want to do if you really want to decide to bring the California Golden Seals back. Now, there's so many templates, there's so many concepts that are on the interweb. I found a handful. Now, the kicker is, and here's what I'll throw at you as I'll shut the bar down. What do you do if you ever brought the California Golden Seals back? I mean, first off, you got the Kings, the Ducks, and the Sharks in your entire area. One thing is you don't have to worry about LA. You don't have to worry about Anaheim. So that's LA County and that's Orange County. Then you got to fight with San Jose because San Jose, and remember, California they were originating for Oakland and it was the Oakland Seals, then California Seals. You do this, bring another team into the fruition, then you compete in Silicon Valley. And there's something about Silicon Valley in the world of sports because you now have this thing of does a city have everything you need? NFL, NHL, Major League Baseball, basketball, MLS, or even throw the oddballs in, throw in the WNBA, throw in whatever. Well, now you include Silicon Valley. You can't necessarily say San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, because that's now all pretty much in one. Silicon Valley is like its own thing. It's not like Carolina, because when you say Carolina, you're thinking Charlotte, and then Raleigh has the Hurricanes. Silicon Valley competes in everything. The Oakland A's are gone. They're going to be in Vegas in a couple of years. And then Oakland has had everything. And then the Golden State Warriors moved the team to San Francisco because the Oracle Arena is old, and here's a $1 billion arena right off the bay in San Francisco, and the Golden State Warriors are still relevant because of Steph Curry. So that's another thing. Where do you play? You're not going to play in the old Cow Palace. You're not. You could probably still play in Oracle. You could probably play at Chase Center in San Francisco. San Jose is renovating the SAP Center, so they're not moving anywhere, and they're most likely getting the women's league pretty soon. I mean, what do you do if you want to bring the California Golden Seals back? They have enough. San Francisco's got enough, and they always will, and they're not done. Oakland's the one that doesn't have much of anything. So what do you do in this situation? Simple enough. It's something to play with, something to toy with. I'm going to shut the bar down and take a look. What do you think of any of these concepts with the California Golden Seals, and what would happen if they just would happen to just pop up and come back into the league and they end up playing in wherever the Warriors are playing, or playing Oracle again? Who knows? So I'm tired. I'm ready to shut this button down. Hit the subscribe button if you do want to see more of these things, more of what we put together. And I am beat. I will see you legends in the next one. And oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if I want to play in those white skates either. See you legends in the next one.